Hello YouTube, hello Twitch. It's more of the opening day Hearthstone festivities. Shall we call it festivities? Why not? Personally, I think this archetype, maybe not this deck list, in fact, certainly not this deck list, is going to be the strongest one from the new cards. This is Snake Warlock, where I try and excavate 4 times, generate a Azerite snake that steals 10 health from my opponent, and I just bounce it back 3 times and win the game. Smile. So, because of this, I've got the full excavation package in here. I want as many excavate cards as I humanly can put into the deck. Also, some of the excavate cards are pretty good to bounce back anyway, like Burrow Buster is a battle cry, Kobold Miner is a battle cry. Then behind all of this deck, I've also got the Abyssal Curse archetype, because if I can't fully, kill my opponent, I might take them down to 10 health, in which case the curses will finish them off instead. I think there's a nice little synergy there. Also, they're pretty good things to bounce back as well. Then I would say finally, it's kind of like the good control-y cards. Like, we've got Sargeras in here. We've got the Thornveil Tentacle as well, and Mortal Eradication, just to keep me alive, because at the end of the day, all I need to do is stay alive until I can start bouncing that snake back, and we win. So without further ado, let's get down to business to snake our opponents. Now, I also have to admit, I've ordered some food, and it's on its way at some point, so hopefully not mid-game, but if I just dash away mid-game, that is the reason. What I'm hoping will happen, though, is that it will arrive between games, and I'll just pause the recording for YouTube. Right, we don't want Azerite in hand. Kobold Miner is really good. By the way, Kobold Miner very good for Smokestack. It's a 1-1. Also, snap, this might be the mirror. I would say this is a pretty good opening hand for me. Now, part of the reason why I think this won't be the optimal list is I actually think the optimal list won't run the Abyssal Curse package. Having reflected on it, I think they will just run the control package instead. But we can live and dream. Also, a lot of these cards are pretty control orientated anyway. Snap. Ah, you're one turn. One turn. Interesting. It's a pretty good get, honestly, from the 2 drops for a control deck. Yeah, nice. He ate a rock. And a Drained Soul, holy moly! It did fantastic work, and now I'll smokestack my own minion. Three damage to all enemies. I will hold on to that, and we'll push the button. Like, I mean, this is a bit unfair because I've drawn so many Excavate cards early. But we might get the snake pretty goddamn soon. It's probably the worst thing I could have had. I'll do 6 to the opponent. I was hoping for a remove or get a 6/6 on the board, but whatever. Ah, more excavating. I should have played Azerite there, I think. No, that was fine. Yeah, that was fine. I mean, I only need to bounce a snake back twice right now.
Drink with me, friend.
They're like, shit, I need minions. Yes, you have seemed to have played very greedily, I will admit. Let's just burn the card. I say burn the card, it's also putting up a bit of pressure. They nearly got the worst RNG, that would have been pretty funny. Man, can't find this last Excavate card. Well, Sargeras is coming onto the board fairly soon, so... 3... I kind of want to save this. You know what? I do want to save this. I think I might just burn Eradication. And then next turn I Sargeras. And if they're running this as a Reno deck, firstly, they're more greedy than I am. And secondly, I still don't super care. It does mean I spend 9 mana basically for no reason, but... Okay, I do care. I take it back, I do care a lot if that happens. Ah, Gerry. That's a lot of board pressure. It'd be a shame if I collapsed the ceiling. Okay, that's the card we've been waiting for. My opponent's like, I can't kill this! If I kill this, I lose. Do I have lethal next turn? I get a snake that costs 4. Yes, I have lethal. Didn't even need to bounce it back, I just beat them. Okay. Apparently my food is on its way, so you know what, YouTube, I'm going to pause there for you. And when I'm back, hopefully I'm with some delicious food, so give me a moment. Delicious food! Okay. So this might devolve now, this recording, into grunts. But tough. Mmm. 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 Okay, don't mind this hand. Excuse me, co-host Bessie, what are you doing? Get your snout out of my Chinese food. Again, if anyone's interested, got some vegetable samosas. This is for YouTube, I just told Twitch. Vegetable samosas, duck spring rolls, chicken chow mein. Delicious. Might sound like a lot, it is probably a lot of food, but as I said, it's 9 now PM. I've not eaten yet. I can't remember if I told the story actually to YouTube or not, if it was just a Twitch. If I've repeated this, YouTube, sorry. But this morning I got woke up by the police knocking on the door, and I was like, oh god. what's the cat's done? No. I was like, what's this about? Why are the police here? And I go outside, and they come to me and they're like, are you one of the residents here? And I was like, yes. And it's like, oh, someone called the police saying they were worried about your well-being. I guess they assumed, the cats were eating me or something, and I died. They're like, because there's one bottle of milk outside, and it's, like, split. And I was like, oh, it's not split, it's my roommate's oat milk. Like, it just separates naturally. It's been there for a day, I'll admit. But someone called the police to check on my well-being, which was very nice, because I thought, I'm somewhat forgotten about. But it turns out I'm not forgotten about. One of my neighbours cares. And then after getting, interrupted by the police, I had to go to the dentist to get a filling redone because it's fallen out. Then I had some numbing agent put in, so I couldn't eat for like 2 hours, and then basically the Hearthstone thing released, so I've just not had a chance to eat. And actually the other thing was very early in the morning I wasn't feeling very well because I was having chronic gut issues. Ah. Cool. Mmm. None can falter indeed. Now that doesn't matter. Has to be an enemy minion. So this will be 3 excavations when this all goes through. How many bounces do I have? 1, 2, 2. I was just toying with whether or not I want to bounce this back. You know what? Let's try it. And then we'll just burn a card. Which will be... You know what? It should be this one.
I can be very persuasive.
Ah, hell yeah. Pity it won't matter. Now we do the bouncing. And we'll bounce it again. Then I'll kill this. And then you know what? How not scared I am of the plagues. Play it again. You're welcome.
You have earned an eternity.
Oh. Wasted 4 mana.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us. Cannot be bound.
Alright, now I've baited you into playing all your minions. Let me reveal that I'm actually in the Abyssal Curse deck as well.
Job done. I commend your skill.
That doesn't help you. Armor doesn't save you. Alright, you're about to see something very fair right now.
That feels good.
Dupe. Dupe.
I commend your skill.
Very skilled gaming here at the Andalono channel right now. Much counterplay to that. Oh wait, I need to add... Did I add one to the score then? I'm not paying attention. I just went into blind mode. I think I did add one, okay. I went mind blind for a second, mainly because I was looking at my chow main and I was like, oh baby. Ah, priest. They're a class that probably won't be able to increase their max health that much. Perfect. Yes, this is toxic. It's kind of ironic that Warlock got this toxic waste package when this is the true toxic waste package. Shadow Priest.
You are a worthy adversary. The light will burn away the unrighteous. You are the shadow puppet. You are a worthy adversary.
What a start. This one, please. Coward.
Job done.
Okay, that's a little bit too hot for me just to be downing it. Holy shit, this is actually an insane start for that deck. Pretty goddamn close to the perfect draw. You keep coming one turn too early. I might actually lose here. After all this mocking. It depends what I get out of the Symphony of Sins, assuming I live till then. Which I think I will.
It's all in your head. Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Man. Insane opening. What more can you say than that? If they have, I think, do 2 damage twice, they win. Oh, you stole that? Very lucky. There's a lot of the Excavate cards that do damage, though. I still think I'm fucked, though. Because even 6 to all... I wish you'd stop hitting that as well. 6 to all is not going to be that helpful. Yeah. I didn't even get it, so... 2, 4, 8, 9. That's still lethal. Alright, well played. You got the best opening you could have got with that deck. And if I 50-50 rolled the Tentacle the other way, I'm pretty certain I win. Because you don't snowball out of control, but whatever. Also, drawing any of my early game damage, which equals healing, would have been nice. I thought the anomalies had gone. Oh, he's running Za'qul. Okay, fair enough.
Oh there, candle mudslaughter. I gotta move.
Excavate warrior. Lol. How old's my beard? Not that old. I definitely shaved it within the last year. Probably like 6 months, maybe. Normally when I do my head hair, I do my beard at the same time because I cut my own head hair. And by that point I'm like, okay, this is annoying enough. Oh, it's ogre gangs. Okay. What do you do again, sorry? Oh, you have a 50% chance of giving plus 3 health. Okay. Three mana, what's the card called? I forgot what it's called now. The 1 mana one that just kills a minion when it's damaged. Alright, how do I want to deal with the 3/6? I can't deal with the 3/6 right... No, I can deal with the 3/6 right now. It's also the best line.
This place is scary.
Cool. Right, they're going to do some smoking, it seems. Let me heal and draw. So that was my first Excavate, right? Yes. Wait, is that my first? 4 mana do nothing. You're running 4 mana do nothing. Who would win? 4 mana, 16/16, or 1 little canary with a helmet? Well, we're going to find out fairly soon. Okay, we have two other bounces. We have 3 excavations here. Ah. Oh, this was the 3rd one. I can't count. Never mind, this is 4 excavations. Well, there's the win condition. Oh, Darkvein. I should play this, because I've played an Abyssal Snatcher, whatever it's called.
Let the ritual of absolution commence.
Drag below, that's what it's called, the Abyssal Snatcher. Obviously, it's better to get this with Wave, but I'm not waiting for it. We've already got our other win condition in hand. Huh. You've got your Ox as well. Cool. Well done. Bravo, you have an Ox. Oh, you're going to steal my cards? Oh, you're going to steal all of my cards. Cool. Very smart.
This hand ain't big enough for the 2 of us.
Good 50-50 roll there. Alright, Tram Conductor. You're on schedule. I think. Do I actually want to play you this turn? I could Abyssal Curse instead. Clears. Actually, I think I want to take this line. Okay, that was lucky, I'll admit. I was basically trying to set it up so that I could do Mortal Eradication again next turn to kill something else if I needed to. But I didn't expect to kill the other thing. There's nothing in these guys anyway right now, so I don't really care. Alright, here comes Gerry. Oh, there's the final bounce card as well, so... Now, I could bounce Gerry back instead. And I think that might be a reasonable play here. In fact, I think it's the right play. Because it's going to take me at least 2 turns of bouncing Snake back. They could put enough pressure on me to beat me. By the way, they've still not done anything with this yet.
This place is scary.
Might or magic.
Oh, wow. Alright. Ooh, there's the card you want to see. Right, calm down, Gerry. So I've basically got guaranteed lethal in hand next turn. And this guy's still not awake yet. I'm not even going to get to bounce him back. Doesn't matter. Okay, began to matter. Hey, well done! 4 mana 16/16 is here. Wow. And you die. Wasn't even close. Good game, thank you, chat. Much appreciated.
Versus Gerry. Victory or death. Our gifts are not your weapon.
Oh my god. Another warrior for the slaughter? Bring it on. Well, I have all the excavates I need.
The Cabal grows with you.
I'm actually toying with coining Miner. I think it's the wrong play, but... if I coined Miner, I could Smokestack it next turn. But I still think that's pretty meaningless.
Gentle but slighter.
What's wrong, co-host Millie? Just hear her mewing in the background. You want a cuddle? I might be able to fit you in for a cuddle about now. I thought for a second I couldn't count then. I was like, wait a minute.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Do I have it in a bigger size? Kind of. I have it in the size of a Burrow Buster. That was 2. By the way, I think this is like my best matchup, Control Warrior. I just don't think they can beat me. I think it's just an inevitability I win. The only way I lose is if I draw really badly on the Excavate cards, and they draw really well on Odin. And probably, they need to put pressure on me by having the Rifts come off really quickly.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
You don't have to finale the first Rift. You get nothing for it. Okay, how many have you got in hand right now? 3, 8. So I can't make you overdraw. Do I just Burrow Bust you again? It feels a bit of a waste to Burrow Bust here. What's in here? Okay. That's mildly irritating. And I can live with mildly irritating. Okay. Great timing, by the way. Right on cue. And now I can do the dream turn. that is to play Lady Darkvein and then proc it with Smokestack, so I excavate and give them a ton of curses. Admittedly, the hand is probably going to be too full for most of them, but still. I'm doing it. Unless... unless I wait. 3, 6, 9. I could drop Za'qul in there instead. And maybe this entices them to play some goddamn cards. Okay. That's pretty good pressure, I'll give you that. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it is time just to bounce you back to your hand. Yes. Right, we have the snake. 3, 6, 9. Perfect. And now it doesn't matter what his armor is, we'll just eventually beat him. Now, I will say he could just burst me down from here. So I would like to put some taunts up if I can. Well, I have to kill this.
Let the ritual of absolution commence.
It's actually a huge get. We'll probably still lose, actually. I think I've messed up. I think I should have just played the Burrow Buster ages ago and got the snake and started doing the bouncing way earlier. Yes, I have lost. Okay. Fair enough. That was a misplay from me. Got a bit too fancy with it. And got punished. Redemption, question mark? How many times have I mulliganed into Azerite Chain Gang? It feels like every single game I've got this goddamn card in my hand. Or I draw it on 3.
Job's done. Do you have this in a bigger size?
Okay. That was a play. How many new packs did I open? I don't remember. I got both the bundles, so I think it was like 150. But then everyone also got free those catch-up packs. So I opened my catch-up packs first because I've completed most of the other recent sets. And that gave me a decent number of cards from this set, I think. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of packs. My counter-argument is that I'm probably going to play this for a lot of the next, 3 months. So it's not too bad when you... I don't know how many hours I've got in this game, but when you compare the hours I've got in this game to the amount you spend, like, at the start of the expansion, it's actually not that bad. Compared to, like, going to the movies or something. Movies, very expensive. At least I think so. Alright, I'm going to learn from my past mistakes. We'll excavate now. Oh, cool. Misfire. I like this card. I'm not sure it's going to see a lot of play. By the way, I think they might be Highlander. I'm not sure yet. I haven't been paying too much attention, but... They're playing... Well, they appear to be playing, like, one-offs of a lot of cards so far, so... Right, what was this? 3 down to a minion. Push the button. How many legendaries did I get? I'm not entirely certain. I didn't check, to be honest with you. I've got most of them. I didn't get every card, so I am missing some legendaries. And in fact, before I played my second deck of this stream, I didn't have Riastraza, so I crafted it. I've also been saving a bit of dust for it, but obviously I got a decent amount of dust from the packs themselves. So I might be at the point where I'm close to completing the set, but I don't know what I'm missing. I'll find out as I build a deck and the card isn't there. Interestingly, so I've got an auto mode on this chat because, unsurprisingly, the channel's not big enough for me to warrant having mods on it yet. And I don't even know if I can have mods, actually, but whatever. It just tried to ban the term pookie as a sexual term. I have no idea. Am I missing out on something here? Is this some sort of terminology I should be aware of? You're good enough for Abyssal Curse. Yeah, just the curses, sorry. The drag below. And I don't need to proc it. I could proc it, though. What if I Darkvein this? Sorry, Zola this. No, that's stupid. Don't get distracted by your ultimate goal.
Sound a horn.
Punished? Hang on a minute, how do I do this? Do I just play Gerry? Gerry and push the button. Oh, Sargeras will do. Retrospectively, maybe I should have saved Darkvein for the Smokestacks, but whatever. Sanitize again? Ah, Badlands Brawler, cool. But you haven't excavated twice, so I won the brawl. Very funny. Well, Sargeras typically... Before this set was backbreaking for Warrior, I imagine it still is. It don't like Taunt. Also, this makes me able to get a 1 health minion I can rock and then Smokestack one of them. Ah, it wasn't sanitized, you forged. Cool. Please do 1 more damage. Okay, sure. Alright, time for a heal.
Job's done.
Ah, there you go.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Why didn't I... Oh, whatever. Actually, I wanted this on the board, that's why. I remember now. I was like, why didn't I ping this? I made the right play. 2 come along at once. Alright, we win in 2 turns. Ah, I see what they're doing. All you have to do is draw your TNTs now. Okay, they could win. It would require a large amount of luck, but it's possible. Actually, no, it's not. I've got lethal. Sorry to give you a false hope, but you can't actually win this game. For I've already won it. Right, 1 more for this set. If we lose this final one and go 4 and 3, I will say, to be fair to the deck, firstly, I don't think this is the optimized list. I definitely think I would rework this. Hell, I might rework it a little bit down the line. I won't play it again today, though. Actually, during which time it might have been nerfed by the time this comes out, or my preparations for another version of this come out. But one of the games was definitely me misplaying. I think I would have won that game had I just excavated early. Ah! The Azerite chain gang, why are you always in my hand? Ah! I'm feeling very vindicated on Quick Draw as well. I think I've got Quick Draw to proc once so far, in 3 and a bit hours. Now, you might say, conversely, Andalono, you've not been putting Quick Draws into your deck. True. 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 Alright. What do we think this is? Do we think this is Drum Druid, or do we think this is Dragon Druid? That's about all it's going to be, I think. Is it Rope Druid? Ah, Rope Druid, I see. My favourite opponent. There we go. What? Not the card I was expecting to see. Alright, there we go. Okay, sometimes, you know, people have to pick up a Chinese meal before they start a game. Fair enough. Why would you want the coin in Druid, though? Oh, you're playing dragons, I guess. And decided to put that in your deck for value. Wow, I've got all the bouncers. Time to coin 4, I think. It's actually quite an interesting matchup for this deck, because mine is gone towards the Abyssal Curses, so if they do get a big board full of big golem dragons, I might struggle to deal with that. The counter is they might not be able to, you know, get a big board full of dragons. We'll see. Ah, they wanted that extra coin for Nourish, of course. And that was the 2-drop they had in the hand. Okay. Well, if they're going to clear this, they have to use both minions now. Unless they have Pounce. Oh, we ring Pounce. Or are you just going to leave the board state as is? Nope. They're like, get this thing out of here. Right, let's see if we can slow them down with curses. I'm thinking, okay. Don't play it. I'll hold it, but don't play it. I could pull out something that will just cause me to lose the game. If this is Golem Dragon now, I'm basically screwed. Ah, Rhythm and Roots. During a sort of healing from the nest, who cares? They can't out-heal the snake. The snake steals their max health. Oh, lots of whelps. Delicious, I'll consume them. They can't heal out of it, basically. Oh, that's actually the perfect draw. Wait. Before I make a mistake. Like, it doesn't matter what health they get. It doesn't matter if they get armor. Unless they're increasing their max health, it doesn't delay what I'm doing. That's why this is really obnoxious. And there's not many decks can really deal with my win condition. Death Knight can deal with it. That's about it. Death Knight can deal with it. Oh, cool. That's like the best 2-drop you can get from the cactus. Stop laughing at me. Right, one more and we're good. How fast will Blizzard nerf it? I honestly think it'll be pretty quick. I think they'll take it down to 5 health and then the card won't be playable anymore. I'd say the card. It's not playable anyway because you have to excavate for it, but the deck won't be that good anymore. Ah, snap. I don't know where the point has to be for this deck to be fair versus unfair. I kind of valued it somewhere around, I think you should have to bounce it 4 times to win the game. Which leaves it in the area of... Like, if it does 7 damage, but I think it's such an uneven number, Hearthstone won't nerf it to 7. They'll take it down to 5. It'd still be decent at 5, bearing in mind, but I would definitely change the deck away from the hard focus for the snake. And more towards Control Warlock that you typically see. Anyway, you are basically in trouble. Give me my snake. So I've done it in this order, by the way. Oh, okay. So that they have to deal with the 5/5 on the board and in my hand, just in case they have Theatar and they try and steal it. Because if they steal this, I'll bounce this back instead. See, this does nothing. Armor does not matter. I don't know if you're aware of this and how the interaction works, or you read the text properly. It is stealing 10 health from you. It's not doing 10 damage. Steals your health. Armor doesn't matter. He's now reading the text. It's like, damn. Cool. Very fair, very fun. Alright, well that is Snake Warlock. I think this will be the strongest deck, the most likely one to reach tier 1. I think you won't run it with the Abyssal Curses. I think that and actually doesn't quite work out. Maybe you can run some of them just to finish people off if you miss one bounce. But I think you'll run it with a full Control Warlock package instead and just, as I said, play this little game inside the game of Hearthstone where you just try and play Snake 3 times and win the game. Anyway, for anyone watching on the YouTube side of things, that's going to do it here. If you've enjoyed this one, leave a like and subscribe. Everything helps me out, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.